Yeah, what's going on, family? It's your man B Miles coming to you live once again with another video from the B Miles 84 Conscious channel. And I actually want to come to y'all up on an update, you know what I'm saying, from the last video that I made, talk about the Eyez On Me movie review. And I'm actually going to talk a little bit more about the film because I really believe that I got to update y'all on this film. And I'm pretty much going to call how the movie Eyez On Me disrespected Pac's legacy. And the reason why I definitely got to come to y'all with this video because Hollywood has really dropped the fucking ball up on this motherfucking movie. And the reason why I'm definitely going to say that because they did not show Tupac's quote-unquote black revolutionary side. You feel me? They did not really show how he came up, you know what I'm saying, with his mom, you know what I mean? I'm dealing with the Black Panthers, coming up with that, you know what I mean, that black liberation, that black African liberation, personification what Tupac was born into when his mom was a Black Panther. They really didn't show him throughout the movie when he was being such a revolutionary, throughout his music, throughout his throughout the country, throughout his music and whatnot. And I just wish that they would have showed, Tupac, they would have showed like a softer side of Tupac as well, because Tupac was a really cool dude. He wasn't always just being hyping, being all up in the media and stuff like that, having this run-ins with the cops and with the police and whatnot. I just really believe that they really disrespected the man's legacy because Tupac is an icon. Tupac is somebody that a lot of people look up to. Tupac is, Tupac was a modern day Shakespeare. He was a poet. Tupac, man, he had a way of like galvanizing the people. He was such a revolutionary spirit because he was born into that. Tupac was like a modern day Malcolm X. And to me, they did not show that in the film. And I was just like, they really did not show that in the film. And also, man, they just didn't show how he was just navigating, throughout the hip-hop world, how he was really trying to unite the gangs and how he was trying to bring, eventually after a while, how he was trying to bring the East Coast and the West Coast together. And I just believe that they really fell short, and I wish that they would have showed, Tupac, man, when he was out there working on his movies. And they really show his great acting ability, and I just wish that they would have showed more within depth of like who Tupac was, how he became the man, how everybody is calling him the greatest rapper of all time. And I just think that Hollywood, they just really took this movie, they packaged it together, they packaged that shit together just in order for them to make a lot of money. I was just not really thrilled, how they how they were just showing all of this negative imagery of Tupac. They just always show him, having the run-ins with the police and all that, how he was just wilding out all the time, how he was just, just fucking bitches all the time. Okay, if he might have been doing that, then that's fine, but they just always show, the typical black story. He's wild, hyper masculine, he's crazy, misogynistic, things of that nature. And I mean, of course he was around the element, but Tupac had a different side to him. And I really believe that they did not show that. They wanted to show, nothing but this crazy hip hop imagery of how he was just, just always running in always having fights or whatnot. But they really did not show the intellectual, spiritual genius, the messianic force of who Tupac was. And that's why I think with Hollywood they really got it wrong at, because they really didn't, they really didn't show the buildup of how everything came about. They were, it was just like nothing but images being pieced together. I just think that they took this daggone script, they took the film, they patched it together. And also, not to mention, man, I just really wasn't feeling like, they just didn't really bring out the 90 essence. How it was back in the 90s, especially around the time, back in 1996, between like 1993, 96 or whatnot. I wish they would have showed how Pac was a genius in the studio dealing with his writing, dealing with, how he became such a, such a great poet in his music. I wish they would have shown how he was working in the studio, mastering his craft, all up in Hollywood, mastering his craft, how he was, such a powerful, how he was just such a powerful intellectual being, of how the ancestors were really working with him, man, and how he was just so, he was so galvanizing, man. He was so charismatic. They did not show that in this motherfucking movie, and that's the reason why the fuck, man, I say that they really disrespected Tupac's legacy. He's much more bigger than that. I just wish they would have showed a whole lot more of that, man. They skimmed through so much. They skimmed through his childhood. They really did not show how he became a really great actor, how he was developing himself in the Baltimore School for the Arts. I mean, they just dropped the ball. They disrespected Hollywood. Hollywood disrespected the fuck out of his legacy. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Benny Boom. That fucking movie, man, you did not really do you did not do a good job at all. The set looked cheap, you know, the costumes looked cheap and all that, and besides all that, it was just not a good movie at all, man. I'm just very disappointed. They did not show the drama between him and Biggie and whatnot, you know, how the whole so-called East Coast West Coast beef really happened. And really, it was about dealing with Bad Boy and Death Row, man. I wish they would have showed more of that. I mean, I understand that's delivering negative imagery, but you have to show that kind of image. It might sound contradiction, but I wish they would have showed how much Tupac, how he had personified a walking contradiction, which who we all really are anyway. You know, they're going to have highs and lows. You're going to be feeling this way and that way. And to me, they sold it short, and I'm just not really thrilled. Hollywood gets a big middle finger. I say fuck y'all for disrespecting that man's legacy. So I just had to put together my thoughts up on that, you know, share my thoughts up on the movie. You know what I mean, how I felt they disrespected his legacy. You know, keep on liking and subscribing to my channel. And this is B Miles coming to you live once again from the B Miles 84 Conscious channel. One love once again. Peace.